Hi everyone, my name's Johnny. I'm the founder of Sober Gay Adventures, and in today's video, I'm going to go over the who's, what's, where's, when's, why's, and how's of Sober Gay Adventures. Just to give you a little insight of why I started the company, who's it for, and all that fun stuff. In the future, I'll be making videos about sobriety, about travel, about sober travel. So if that's something you're interested in, like and subscribe. Other than that, let's get started. So what is Sober Gay Adventures? Sober Gay Adventures is a multi-day travel company that offers vacations to the sober LGBTQ community. We're not a convention, we're not a roundup. I've been to many of those and I really love them, but we are just a vacation, a place for sober people to travel with other sober people, a safe space. Um, Me as your tour manager, I call ahead to every hotel that we stay in and make sure that there's no alcohol in the rooms, the mini bar is cleared out. When we go to a restaurant, I will call ahead to the restaurant and say, hey, can you just not offer anything to the table? Greatly appreciate it. Because in many cases, if you go to Italy or Greece, they will just drop a little shot of something with the bill. Nothing wrong with that. That's part of their culture. But this is just to make sure that we don't even have that temptation. And even if they forget and bring it, you have your friends around you to make sure that you're doing okay. At Sober Gay Adventures, our motto is fellowship and accountability all over the world. So, who is Sober Gay Adventures for? Well, like I said, Sober Gay Adventures is for the sober LGBTQ community, but it's also for those who might be fairly new to sobriety or sobriety for a little bit, but have been scared to travel because they're scared they might get tempted and relapse. It's also for the avid traveler who, doesn't want to go on other LGBTQ vacations because they're filled with drugs and alcohol. Because let's face it, a lot of those are just party vacations. It's also for those who maybe have been solo traveling for a while but want to dip their toes into a smaller group. All our vacations are 10 to 12 people, so we're not like a humongous group. So those who that's mainly for. If you do have a partner who is, a normal drinker, they are more than welcome to come. We just ask that they don't drink or partake in any sort of drugs while they're on the vacation with us. We are a completely dry vacation. So even if they do drink, a little bit. We just ask that the whole time they're with us, they don't partake in any of that. Other than that, partners are welcome. But we just want to make sure that people's sobriety is put first in that. So yeah, so Sober Gay Adventures is basically for anyone that just wants to be in a sober environment while traveling. So why did I start Sober Gay Adventures? So before I got sober, I traveled a lot. I would go for weeks, sometimes months at a time. I used to have a blog where I would let people choose where I went and what I did. It was great. And I really did want to start a travel company. But like many alcoholics, our dreams are sometimes put on the back burner in order to enjoy the drink a little bit more than we should. So in early sobriety, I was actually really nervous about traveling again. In my head, I was like, how am I going to go to Paris without having a glass of wine? But since then, I've been to Paris without drinking, and Paris is more beautiful, more vibrant. Uh, the food is better. Everything is just better in sobriety when you're traveling. It's just something about not having a hangover. Amazing, right? So yeah, and so in early sobriety, I was really looking for a small group of people to travel with, just a company that I could go with, that I didn't have to like organize with friends and schedules and all that stuff. Meet some new people, meet people that love travel as much as I did that were also sober. And so I didn't find what I was looking for. I did go to a couple conventions. I went to a roundup here and there, but I was more looking for something that was adventure based, with sobriety as kind of our protector, where we could go all day in the city and explore it together and have each other there for accountability, where we could go to the beach for the day and just enjoy the sun and not worry about having someone getting drunk around us and all that fun stuff. Or we can go to the Coliseum and just wonder at it, because that is one of my favorite places in the whole world. But I didn't find that, and I wanted to be a small, intimate group, no more than 10 to 12 people on our tours. And that's kind of where I wanted to cut it off, because I want everyone to really get to know each other. Once you get so big, it's just kind of like, oh, you get lost in the crowd. So I really wanted this to be an intimate space. We are called Sober Gay Adventures because originally, when I got the LLC, bought all this stuff, I was going to focus on providing these vacations for sober gay men. At that time, that community really had surrounded me, but I never felt right about it. And so I'm going to go with now that it is gay owned and that it is gay as in happy. We do have a men's retreat, but the men's retreat is for all men under our rainbow umbrella. I want to make that very clear. And then also our Italy tour is open to the whole LGBTQ community. In the future, I would like to start a women's retreat. I would like to find a woman to work with who can work on that, because we do experience different things, and we do share differently when we're around certain people. I think that's important. I would eventually like to work with other people that have different ideas for these different groups and see where we go from there. So right now, I just have the 2 trips, but that's kind of why I started it, just to kind of have a more intimate space with the accountability, and just enjoy each other sober while we're on vacation. So when and where are Sober Gay Adventure trips? Our first one is going to be in Italy. It's for the whole LGBTQ community. We'll be going to the 3 most famous cities in Italy, so Rome to Florence to Venice. We will be doing a little bit of a day tour through Tuscany as well. That one's going to be on August 7th through the 16th. And that's just going to be more of an adventure tour where we go around and we see the different parts of the city. We'll do food tours, we'll do city tours, we'll go, just enjoy the culture, the food, the music, everything that it has to offer. And I'm really looking forward to that. I love Italy. It's probably the place I've been to most besides Paris, because my really good friend lives in Paris, so I stop there and then I go wherever. But yeah, I love Italy. If you've never been, it's definitely worth it. If you have been but you haven't been sober, it's definitely worth it. If you have been sober, it's definitely worth it to return. Italy is always a place to go, no matter where you are or how many times you've been. And the other one is a Crete meditation yoga retreat. It's a men's retreat. Like I said before, it's for all men in the LGBTQ community. That one's August 21st through the 30th. So that one is a little bit different. That's a little bit more about relaxation. So we all live together in a villa. Every morning there is morning yoga. Some days we will go on day trips to different cities. Right now I have us going to Heraklion, Matala, and Anya. And then on the days we don't travel to the cities, we stay at the villa or we go to the beach. And there'll be options of things to do as well while we're there. Every evening there'll be a meditation and as well as a sharing circle. This is something that I experienced when I was traveling in Italy. We actually I volunteered at a meditation center, and every day we would sit in the circle and we just share about life, what was going on with us, whether it was love, whether it was work, or just stuff that was going on. And it really, really was a great bonding experience for me. And so I wanted to take that experience and bring it to this trip as well. Every evening we'll be doing like a special dance or an activity as well at the villa, just kind of like to have some fun things to do. So those are our 2 trips that are coming up. I am also going to be starting some things in New York City that are a little bit more accessible if you live in the city or if you're visiting. So I'm going to start like a Sunday night sober night at the movies. I might start like some things at the park once the weather starts getting nicer. So kind of look for those as well. All right. So how can you join a Sober Gay Adventure? So you can head over to sobergayadventures.com, or you can follow us at Sober Gay Adventures on Instagram and Facebook. So yeah, that's just one way. You can check out everything there. We do use a service called We Travel for our trips. So basically, you do payments through them. Everything is taken care of through them. There's the deposit, and then there's two separate payments. I also want to, be accessible to people that maybe they can't do those two larger payments. You can always contact me, and we can figure out a payment plan. I think it's important to have that option as well. Other than that, yeah, I post a weekly blog. Sometimes it's about sobriety, sometimes it's about travel, sometimes about sober and travel. Kind of like this YouTube video is going to be about, or channel is going to be about. Yeah. And if you have any questions or concerns, I do Zoom meetings, half-hour Zoom meetings, just so you can kind of ask any questions you might have, get the vibe of me, see if you want to travel with me, because, 10 days with me, and I'm going to be organizing everything and getting you everywhere. So I want to make sure that you feel comfortable with me as well. Yeah, other than that, feel free to email me at johnnyestling@sobergayadventures.com. I'm here to answer anything you might need to know or wonder about. So yeah, that's kind of how you do it. Uh, Other than that, that's the video. So I hope to see you in August. If you are in New York City or visiting New York City, please look for our events. I would love to have you. And yeah, like and follow, and see you next time.